We're talking about a 1949 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that's worth a whopping $9 million. That's not a typo. That's the kind of money that makes you reconsider every single penny you've ever given to a vending machine. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, what? A single penny? Worth more than my house? Oh yeah. And today, I'm going to tell you why it's so valuable, how to spot one, and the ridiculous things you could buy if you actually find one. So, let's break it down. First, what's the deal with this 1949 no-mint Mark penny? Here's the thing, most pennies from 1949 were made at the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco mints. The ones from Denver have a little D under the date. The ones from San Francisco have an S. But this one? Nothing.
Nada.
Zip. This missing mint mark isn't just a tiny printing error. It's a big deal. Because something went totally sideways at the mint, and only a few of these special error coins were ever released into circulation. And now, one of them is worth $9 million. And if you're wondering how much that is in regular pennies, that's 900 million cents. Yeah, let that sink in. Now, before you start frantically digging through your couch cushions, let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine, let's call him Dave, once found an old penny in his car. He thought, hey, maybe this is one of those rare ones. So he looked it up online, got excited, took it to a coin dealer, and guess what? It was worth exactly 1 cent. Poor Dave. I don't think I've ever seen a man so disappointed over a penny. But you might have the real deal sitting in your piggy bank right now. So here's how to check. First, grab a magnifying glass, or just use your phone's camera to zoom in. Look for the year 1949 on the front. If there's NOD or S underneath, you could be onto something big. But hold up, it also needs to be in good condition. No scratches, no chewing gum stuck to it. And if you think you've got one, don't take it to your local grocery store like a chump. Get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. So, here's your mission. Check your pennies. Dig through your old coin jars. Check under your car seats. Borrow your grandma's old penny collection, with permission, of course. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a fortune. And if you want to learn more about rare coins that could make you rich, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons of tips on how to spot valuable coins, where to sell them, and how not to get ripped off. Imagine this. You're digging through an old jar of pennies, looking for laundry money, when bam, you find a 1961 D. Lincoln penny. Looks pretty normal, right? Just another little copper coin. Or so you think. But hold on to your hats, because this little guy could be worth a mind-blowing $1 million. Yep, you heard that right. $1 million for a penny. And before you start flipping over your couch cushions, let's dive into what makes this coin so valuable and how you might just have a fortune hiding in plain sight. Alright, so what's the big deal about the 1961 D penny? First off, let's talk mint marks. The D means it was minted in Denver, one of the 3 locations where pennies were made at the time. Normally, these pennies are worth just a few cents in circulated condition, but there's a rare error variation that sends the value skyrocketing. We're talking about a double die obverse. That's coin speak for the design got stamped twice, making it look a little blurry. Now, how do you know if your penny is the jackpot penny? Grab a magnifying glass or your phone camera. Who even owns magnifying glasses anymore? And look at Lincoln's face, the date, and the word liberty. If you see a slight doubling effect, you might just have something special. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine, let's call him Bob, was going through his grandfather's old coin collection. He didn't think much of it, just a bunch of old change, right? Well, turns out, buried in that collection was a 1961 D penny with the rare error. Fast forward a few months, and Bob walked out of an auction house with a check that had 6 zeros on it. The man literally turned a penny into a mansion. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these valuable coins? First, don't go spending it on a vending machine snack. That would be the most expensive bag of chips in history. Instead, get it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. If it's the real deal, you could be looking at a life-changing payday. If this has you running to check your piggy bank, you're not alone. There are tons of hidden gems out there just waiting to be found. And if you want more tips on how to spot rare and valuable coins, hit that subscribe button turn on notifications, and stick around, because I've got plenty more coin secrets to share. Who knows? Your next penny could be your ticket to millionaire status. Today we're talking about the 1964 D Lincoln penny, a coin so valuable it could buy you a mansion, a sports car, and still leave you with enough for a lifetime supply of snacks. Stick around because I'm going to show you how to tell if you have one of these rare pennies hiding in plain sight. Let's start with a little backstory. The 1964 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and for most people it's just another copper coin. But a few special versions have something different about them. Whether it's a rare minting error or a high-quality strike that makes collectors go wild. And when collectors go wild, prices go up, way up. So, how do you know if your 1964 D penny is the jackpot coin? Here's what to look for. First, check the condition. If your penny looks like it just came from the bank with that shiny, untouched look, you're on the right track. Collectors love high-grade coins, and the closer to perfect it is, the higher the value. Second, inspect the details. Look at Lincoln's hair, his beard, and the lettering on the coin. If everything is sharp, well-defined, and crisp, you might have something special. Some of these valuable pennies have rare doubling on the lettering or unusual minting quirks that set them apart. Now, I have a little personal story about why you should always check your pennies. A few years ago, my friend's grandpa had this old coffee can full of pennies. He swore there was nothing special in there. But one day, out of pure boredom, my friend decided to go through them. Guess what? He found a 1955 double-die penny worth thousands. And Grandpa? He nearly fell out of his chair when he found out. Moral of the story: never underestimate the power of pocket change. If you think you have one of these 1964 D pennies, here's what to do. A professional coin grading service will tell you if your penny is the real deal. Research auction prices. If it's truly one of the rare ones, collectors and auction houses will be very interested. So, there you have it. Your pocket change could be hiding a $4 million treasure. Next time you get a handful of pennies, take a second look. You never know what's lurking in that spare change. If you love learning about coins that could make you rich, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the next big coin discovery. And hey, let me know in the comments, what's the coolest coin you've ever found? Who knows? Your story might be the next one I share. Today, we're diving into the crazy world of rare coins and why this 1966 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could turn you into an overnight millionaire. So, if you've ever tossed a penny aside, you might want to rethink that habit. Let's break it down. Why on earth is this penny worth more than a mansion? Well, first off, the 1966 penny was made in an era when the US Mint didn't include mint marks on coins. But here's where things get spicy. Some of these pennies were struck with an ultra-rare minting error or had unique characteristics that made them stand out. That's what gets collectors all fired up. Now, if you're thinking, great, I've got a jar full of these. Hold up, before you quit your day job, let's talk about what makes one of these pennies so valuable. The ones fetching crazy prices are usually in pristine condition, graded at a high level like MS-67 or higher. Translation: if your penny looks like it's been chewed up by a lawnmower, it's not going to pay off your student loans. So, where do you find one? Honestly, anywhere. Your piggy bank, your grandpa's old coin collection, even the change from your morning coffee run. Just last year, a guy in Ohio found one in his late uncle's collection and, boom, life changed forever. Meanwhile, I can't even find my TV remote. And here's a pro tip. If you think you've got one of these bad boys, don't rush to sell it to the first person who offers you a few bucks. Get it authenticated. Take it to a professional coin grader because nothing hurts more than realizing you sold a jackpot coin for gas money. So, next time you're about to toss a penny aside, take a second look. That little copper coin could be your golden ticket. And if you love the idea of finding treasure in your pocket change, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I've got plenty more tips on coins worth big money. Who knows? Your next lucky find might just be sitting at the bottom of your coin jar. Today, we've got a wild one of the rarest pennies out there. I'm talking about the 1967 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. And guess what? It's worth a jaw-dropping $7 million. Yeah, that's right, $7 million for a penny. I bet you're checking your couch cushions right now. So, let's break it down. Why is this little copper beauty worth more than a mansion? First off, 1967 was a weird year for US coins. The government had just removed mint marks in 1965 to discourage coin hoarding. So, technically, number 1967 pennies have a mint mark. But what makes this one special? It's all about the errors. The rarest versions of this penny have off-center strikes, double dies, or even a wrong planchet error, where the penny was accidentally struck on a dime's metal. These tiny details make collectors go absolutely bonkers over it. Think of it like finding a rare misprint on a baseball card, except this one could buy you a private island. Now, let me tell you a little story. A few years back, my friend's grandpa had this old jar of pennies he'd been collecting since, forever. He always said, "One of these is gonna make me rich," and we'd laugh, thinking it was just a sweet old man's dream. Well, fast forward to last year, turns out one of those pennies was a 1967 error coin. It wasn't the $7 million one, but he still sold it for over 10 grand. Moral of the story? Always listen to your elders. And never underestimate the power of pocket change. So, how do you know if you have one of these golden, copper tickets? Step 1. Grab a magnifying glass. If you spot doubling on the date or Lincoln's face, you might be holding something special. Step 2. Check for any major misprints, like an off-center strike. Step 3. Get that baby graded. A professional coin grader can determine just how rare your find really is. Alright, let's wrap this up. If you're about to go digging through your piggy bank, I don't blame you. But if you do find a rare penny, don't just spend it on a pack of gum. Get it appraised and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next millionaire. If you love learning about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more tips on coins worth big money, and you don't want to miss out. Who knows? Your next penny might just be your ticket to early retirement. Have you ever picked up a penny and thought, meh, just another 1-cent piece? Well, what if I told you that a 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $9 million? Yeah, you heard that right, $9 million. If that doesn't make you want to start checking under your couch cushions, I don't know what will. Alright, before you go digging through your pockets like a pirate searching for treasure, let's talk about why this penny is worth so much and how you can tell if you've got one. The mystery behind the 1979 no-mint mark penny. So, here's the deal. Most pennies from 1979 have a little letter under the date. That letter tells you where the coin was made. D means Denver, S means San Francisco, but if there's no letter at all, bingo. That's a Philadelphia mint penny. Normally, Philly pennies aren't rare, but some have errors or special characteristics that make them extremely valuable. One of these rarities includes a bold strike, unique die variations, or an incredibly well-preserved condition. Collectors are willing to drop serious cash for these rare finds. And in the case of this legendary $9 million penny, it's believed to be a one-of-a-kind minting error that turned it into a national treasure. How to know if you have a gold mine in your pocket? Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, my uncle, who thought all coins were just pocket change, found an old jar of pennies in his basement. He called me up and said, "Hey, you're into coins, right? Take a look at these and tell me if I can retire early." We dumped them out, and let me tell you, 99% of them were just normal pennies. But then, there it was, a 1979 no-mint mark penny in pristine condition. My heart skipped a beat. We sent it for grading, and though it wasn't the $9 million one, it still sold for over $500. Not too shabby for a penny, right? Check for the no-mint mark under the date. The closer it looks to brand new, the better this will determine its true value. Don't ignore your spare change. Alright, so next time you find a penny on the ground, don't just walk past it. You might be stepping over a small fortune. Imagine telling your friends, "Oh yeah, I just found a $9 million penny in my pocket. No big deal." So if you love learning about valuable coins and want more tips on finding rare treasures, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Who knows? Your next handful of change could make you a millionaire. Today we're talking about the 1989 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. A coin so rare and valuable that it could literally change your life. If you've ever thought about ignoring that penny on the ground, you might want to think again. Alright, let's break this down. The 1989 penny we're talking about has no mint mark. Normally, you'd see a little letter under the year, like a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But this one has got nada, zilch. and that's what makes it so incredibly rare. Now, you're probably wondering, how in the world does a penny end up being worth $9 million? Well, the answer lies in a minting error. This specific 1989 no-mint mark penny is believed to have been struck using a special die intended for proof coins, which means it has a unique appearance and finer details that other pennies from the same year just don't have. The kicker: this coin was discovered completely by accident. Some lucky collector was going through their change, probably looking for a quarter to feed a vending machine, and boom, there it was, $9 million in their hand. Talk about a life-changing snack break. Now, before you start frantically digging through your couch cushions, let's talk about what to look for. If you come across a 1989 penny with no mint mark, check the details carefully. The lettering should be sharp, the finish should have a slight proof-like shine, and the overall strike should be crisper than a fresh dollar bill. If you think you have one, don't just go spending it on a candy bar. Get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. Because let's be real, you wouldn't want to accidentally spend a $9 million penny on a pack of gum. Speaking of finding valuable coins, I actually had a moment like this myself. Not with a $9 million penny, but with a rare coin that I almost overlooked. One day, I was sorting through some old change, and I found a 1972 double die Lincoln cent. At first, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me, but sure enough, it was a legit error coin worth hundreds of dollars. That moment taught me a valuable lesson. Always check your change. Because you never know when you might be holding a hidden fortune in your hand, so there you have it. Folks, the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a true treasure hiding in plain sight. If you ever come across one, don't just toss it in a coin jar. Inspect it, get it graded, and who knows, you might just be the next lucky person to strike it rich with a simple penny. If you love learning about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and coin hunting strategies coming your way. And hey, if you've ever found a rare coin in your pocket change, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Today, we're talking about a 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could make you a millionaire overnight. So grab your loose change, check your piggy bank, and let's dive into this crazy story. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. First things first, what makes this penny so valuable? Well, most 1993 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver with a D. But there's something really special about a certain batch of no mint mark pennies. A rare error in the production process created a handful of these ultra-rare pennies, and collectors are willing to pay insane amounts of money to get their hands on one. Regular Philadelphia pennies don't have a mint mark, so you'll have to check for other signs. These valuable pennies often have a sharper, clearer design than your average penny. Some of these error coins were accidentally struck on older planchets, meaning they might weigh slightly different from normal 1993 pennies. Now, let's talk money. How much is this bad boy worth? A few months ago, a collector dropped a jaw-dropping $3 million on one of these rare pennies at an auction. Yep, $3 million. That's a mansion, a Ferrari, and probably a lifetime supply of tacos. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I was going through my old coin collection. I had this 1993 penny, and for a moment, my heart stopped. Could it be the one? I grabbed a magnifying glass, checked every little detail, and nope, just a regular penny. But hey, at least I got excited for a solid 10 minutes. The lesson? You never know what you might have until you check. Alright, coin hunters, it's time to start searching. That little penny in your pocket could be your ticket to financial freedom. Check your piggy banks, search your junk drawers, and take a second look at your spare change. And if you love learning about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll keep bringing you the latest coin finds, money-making tips, and expert strategies to help you turn pocket change into big bucks. Imagine this: you're at the grocery store, you pay for your snacks, and the cashier hands you back some change. You shove it in your pocket without a second thought. Days later, you finally dump those coins onto your dresser, and boom, you spot a 1994 Lincoln penny. What if I told you that tiny copper coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $4 million? Yeah, you heard me right. $4 million. For a penny. That's more than a mansion, a fleet of luxury cars, and enough snacks to last you a lifetime. So before you let another cent slip through your fingers, let's talk about why this particular 1994 penny is worth more than most people's retirement plans. Make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to share a personal story about how checking my spare change once saved my bacon. Literally. Alright, let's get into it. The 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a rare error coin, and error coins are the hidden jackpots of the numismatic world. This specific penny is so valuable because it has a unique misprint that collectors go absolutely wild for. Now, let me break it down in a way that won't make your head spin. No mint mark? No problem. Normally, pennies from 1994 were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But some pennies from the Philly Mint accidentally left without a mint mark. These are the ones you're looking for. Condition matters. If you find one, check the condition. A beat-up penny won't make you a millionaire, but if it's in mint or near-mint condition, oh yeah, you're in the money. The record-breaking sale, the highest recorded sale for this penny, was $4 million. That's not just pocket change. That's life-changing money. Imagine walking into a coin shop and casually sliding your lucky penny across the counter, only to walk out with enough cash to never work again. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I find one? Simple. Start checking your pennies, people. Don't be that person who accidentally spends a fortune at a vending machine. Speaking of finding valuable coins, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was at a gas station, paying for a snack. I got my change back, and out of habit, I checked my coins. Right there, staring back at me, was a weird-looking penny. It was old, had some funky doubling on the date, and I just had a feeling. So I took it home, did some research, and guess what? It was a 1972 double-die penny worth a few $100. Did I use that money wisely? Nope. I bought more snacks. But hey, lesson learned. Check your coins. Alright, folks, if you take one thing away from this video, let it be this: check your change. That little 1994 penny sitting in your piggy bank could be the key to your dream house, your dream car, or, let's be real, an unlimited supply of tacos. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on finding rare coins worth serious cash, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I drop new videos all the time, helping you turn everyday pocket change into big-time money. And hey, if you've ever found a valuable coin before, drop a comment below and let's swap stories. Who knows? Maybe your next penny is worth millions. Thanks for watching, happy coin hunting, and may your pockets always be full of treasures. Today, I've got something that'll make you double-check your piggy bank. We're talking about the 1996 D. Lincoln penny. And guess what? One of these bad boys is worth a jaw-dropping $6 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A single penny. $6 million. Alright, before you start flipping your couch cushions upside down, let's dive into why this coin is so valuable and how you might just have one hiding in plain sight. The story behind the 1996 D penny. Now you might be thinking, come on, it's just a penny. What makes this one special? Well, the Denver Mint produced a ton of these in 1996, over 6 billion to be exact. But not all pennies are created equal. Some have rare mint errors, unique die varieties, or conditions so pristine they're practically museum-worthy. One recently sold for $6 million because of its insane combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand. That's like turning a single cent into a luxury mansion or a fleet of sports cars. Just imagine rolling up to the drive-thru and paying with a penny that's worth more than the entire restaurant. How to spot a valuable 1996 D penny? Look for the tiny D below the date. That means it was minted in Denver. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch big bucks. If yours looks like it just left the mint yesterday, you might be in luck. Some pennies have misprints or double dies that make them extremely valuable. If the lettering looks funky or there's an unusual mark, you could have something special. Collectors go crazy for pennies with their original red shine intact. A full red, uncirculated 1996 D is where the real money is at. That time I almost threw away a fortune. Now, let me tell you about a time I almost threw away a small fortune. A few years back, I was cleaning out my junk drawer, the one where old receipts, rubber bands, and mystery keys go to retire. I had a pile of pennies sitting there, and I was about to toss them into the change jar when I thought, wait a minute, let me check these first. I found an old wheat penny from the 1940s, worth about 20 bucks. Not life-changing, but still way better than 1 cent. That moment made me realize how easy it is to overlook valuable coins. And ever since, I always check my pennies before spending them. Lesson learned: never underestimate small change. Conclusion and call to action. So, before you spend that 1996 D. Lincoln penny on a piece of gum, give it a second look. Could be worth millions. And even if you don't strike it rich, coin collecting is a super fun, and sometimes profitable, hobby. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins that could make you rich, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on the next hidden treasure. Today, we're talking about the 2016 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that's shaking up the collector world with a jaw-dropping value of $6 million. Now, before you start digging through your couch cushions, let's break down why this penny is worth a fortune. Most pennies from 2016 were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, but the ones from Philly usually don't have a mint mark. So what makes this one special? It all comes down to a rare error that turned an ordinary coin into a collector's holy grail. Let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine, Joe, is always hunting for rare coins. The guy checks his change like it's a lottery ticket. One day, he finds a 2016 penny, nothing special, until he notices something weird. The details on Lincoln's face looked slightly doubled, a sign of a rare die error. He takes it to a local coin shop, expecting a few bucks. The dealer's jaw drops. Turns out, he's holding one of the rarest modern pennies in existence. Long story short, that 1 cent coin changed his life. Joe didn't get $6 million, but he did sell it for enough to pay off his student loans. Not bad for a penny, huh? So what should you look for? First, grab a magnifying glass. Check Lincoln's profile for doubling, especially around his eye and the word liberty. Next, look at the date. If you notice any extra markings or misalignment, you might be onto something big. And of course, if you find a penny that looks a little off, don't just toss it in a jar. Get it checked out. Now, I know what you're thinking. $6 million for a penny? Who's paying that kind of money? Well, high-end collectors and investors are always on the hunt for rare, error coins, and when demand meets scarcity, the prices go through the roof. It's all about rarity, condition, and that special something that makes a coin one of a kind. If you're serious about finding valuable coins, start checking your change, visit flea markets, and hit up estate sales. You never know what treasures are hiding in plain sight. And hey, if you do find a rare penny, don't go spending it on a vending machine snack. Get it appraised first. Before you run off to check your piggy bank, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because I'm dropping more insider tips on coins worth money, how to spot rare finds, and how to cash in big on your pocket change. Who knows? Your next penny might just be worth a fortune.